So here we have a Benz G500L. This is an auction grade 4 car. It's got about 118,000 kilometres on it. The condition of this is quite good. It has got snow tyres on it and has probably been used in the snow. There's a little bit of underneath rust. We'll show you that in a second. The body is quite clean. There's a little bit of paint dribble there, probably where it's been paint run, where it's been touched up. So underneath it there are a few spots of rust and a few oil leaks around, but it's not really bad compared to how some of them could be. Looks like it's all got standard shock absorbers. There's a little bit of a leak coming out of the rear diff there, just a little seep. And up under there you've got some flaky rust, but that's not major, it's just on the back steel there. So it doesn't look like that it's got up into the shocks. They look reasonably clean in there. There's a little bit of surface rust around, but nothing, I don't think, that's major. A little bit of cracking down there. So there's a couple of little oil leaks around. There is some oil leaking from in there. And it's a little bit of rust on the top of the shocks there, but that's not flaking. I'm just trying to get my head torch in there. So the serpentine belt has probably got some loose, maybe a loose bearing in there. There's a bit of a ticker and it sounds like it's coming from down here. Maybe, I don't know, one of the pumps or compressors. It doesn't sound like it's coming from the engine, but obviously it's very hard to tell. There's a little bit of oil leaking around the valve cover seals there. I'm just trying to show you that the rust hasn't come up too far into the chassis there. We've got some leaking around the oil filter housing and down along the valve covers, and probably at the top of the vents there, and the breather vents cases. There's a little bit of a leak there. I've had it running now, it's getting quite warm. It doesn't look like it's coming out, but obviously it has been leaking there at some stage. So it's 118,000 kilometres and it's reasonable condition for that sort of age. You can see the pedals there, there's not a lot of wear on them. The steering handle here looks reasonable. The seats have got a little bit of cracking in them, but certainly not as bad as they can get when they get really worn. Fairly common in this. There is a crack down here on the wood in the centre console there. It's got an aftermarket stereo in there. In the interest of time I won't go through all of the functions, but we do check that obviously. The roof has got a little bit of something going on there. Maybe some springs or sliders that need to be touched up. This has got a bull bar in it as well. We'd have to attach that before we ship it, but all of that looks reasonably clean. It is a bit of a cold day here today. The first thing we do when we check these is look at the oil, just to make sure the head gaskets are not gone. I don't think that is. That's fairly normal for this sort of engine in this size car. So there you have it. Not a bad example of a nice G500L. Thanks for watching.